what I would like to do this evening is tell you that there are certainly two truths in this room tonight. Two truths. One truth is, if you are a bona fide, dues-paying Toastmaster, you have been a judge in a contest, or the other truth is, you will be asked to be a judge in a contest. There's no doubt in my mind. I would say in this room right now, we probably have at least 1/3 of our members who have been a judge or have been approached to be a judge. We are going to be having our contest next week here in this room. And there may be members already signed up to be judges. I'm not sure. I don't know. But what I want to do tonight is give you a brief overview of the judging forms that we use in a contest. There are judging forms in front of you. There's the form for the International Speech Contest, and there's the form for the Table Topics Contest. Judging is similar to evaluating, and we may hear sometimes it says, oh, no, you're not evaluating, you're not judging. Forget what the words are all about. It's just how we go about judging as opposed to how we evaluate at a meeting. The judging is all done with numbers. There is criteria to follow, and on the back of each one of your forms, you will see the criteria. I ask you to read it yourselves because I recently had some eye surgery and my vision is really, really, really bad right now, so I truly cannot read the criteria, but it's on the second form. So what you need to do then is, if you are the judge, look at the criteria and then match it to the worksheet that you have, the judging form. The top third of your worksheet is yours. When you're a judge, use it with a pencil. This is why I brought pencils tonight. I was hoping really that you could also judge Frank's speech, and perhaps you still can fill in the slots on his speech and then on Claudia's afterwards. But be sure to use a pencil. The reason for that is, in many of our contests, we will have 5, 6, maybe 7 speakers. And if you start filling out the form and giving the first speaker high marks, and then the second speaker or the third speaker comes along and they're like blowing the first speaker out of the water, you're going to need to be able to start erasing numbers. There's no law against that. It's just your opinion of what's going on. So be sure that you use your worksheet, you use a pencil, you use your eraser, and you give the very, very, very best judgment that you can based on the criteria for that international speech contestant. The bottom part of your judging form is the part that you tear off and give to the ballot counter. All of the forms that you have in front of you have been cut. I cut them this afternoon, so they're just about ready to go. You do not give the worksheet to the ballot counter. It's not necessary at all, and the ballot counter doesn't want it. So when it's time at the end of the contest, when the contest master asks for you to give your ballots to the ballot counter, simply rip it off and hand it over. The same is said for the Table Topics contest, and we will have Table Topics contestants tonight, so I'm hoping that you will all I'm hoping you will all judge the contestants and do the same thing again. Make sure you use your worksheet, use a pencil, and then just rip off the little bit on the bottom when the ballot counters come along to pick up the ballots. I do not have any ballot counters right now, but I am hoping that by the end of the evening, at least 3 of you, anyone, it doesn't matter who, it could be our guests for that matter. In fact, it might be a great thing for our guests to get involved, to pick up the ballots, and we'll tally the score, and we will see how our 2 international speakers did, and we'll see how our Table Topics contestants did. Now, I know this is very brief, and maybe just a little bit confusing because it kind of happened in between our two speakers. But my hope is that you will use your forms tonight to judge our speakers and to judge our table topics contestants based on this particular criteria. And at the end of the evening, we will check the judges to see who the winners are of our various speeches. Our various speeches tonight. Thank you very much for your time.